Let's get started, shall we? Talk to approximately all of the people.
Where did they come from? Were they in the lab? I never went in the high security areas.
You're not gonna go to the hot labs, are you?
I don't know, am I hot enough to? Talk to everyone in the central area first.
What?
You're a member of the science teams.
Recently transferred, yes.
What do you do here?
Molecular genetics. I specialize in biotic-enhanced allele-specific hybridization.
Yeah, that's a bit technical for me.
I am very good at tracking inherited variations in genetic sequences. I'm sure you would find it quite dull.
What's that got to do with anything? I just asked you a question.
You seem less upset about this situation than the others.
That is one of the virtues of the meditation you interrupted.
Tell me about yourself.
I am Alestia Ialis from the University of Arraeus. Is there anything in particular you want to know, or should I just spout random facts?
Did I interrupt something?
I was meditating. I suppose to a species as brash as yours, it would appear to be inattention.
Ah. You're speciesist.
Do you know Matriarch Benezia?
Why ask me, and not your friend?
Because I do not know anything about the matriarch.
Then why would I?
This isn't the species thing. I'm asking everyone.
That's all for now.
Then I will return to my meditations.
Science pukes. Should just bug out and leave them to die. All their fault anyway. Bug out.
Get it, chat?
Uncertain. I welcome you. Cautiously, I am curious to know what you're doing here.
I heard there were some problems up here.
Furtively, I am concerned about the state of our guards. Many have been awake for days.
That is a problem.
Now, with forced cheer, I still have a limited supply of equipment to sell.
Because there must always be a merchant.
Let's have a look.
Regretfully, most of my stock is being appropriated by Captain Ventralis.
It's pretty good, chat. Just grab all of those for various party members. Nope, that's not what I want. That's what I want to check. That's not great. Yes. Yes. Also not great. That's not what I want. That's what I want. There we go. Hey, what pistol do I have? Yeah, I have all the Spectre stuff, which is, you know, what I wanted. However, Tali, you should probably have that. And no, we're. Oh, hang on. Sure, go with that. And Liara's got pistols too. That'll be fine. And she's also dealing with assault rifles.
What? No!
Yes!
Sorry, I haven't had much sleep since the attack. Is there something you need?
Answers! I need answers.
I'm looking for an Asari.
That too.
Sorry. Well, there's Dr. Ialis over there. There's also our guest, Lady Benezia. Captain Ventralis might know where she is.
What sort of work do you do here?
I can't say. I signed a non-disclosure agreement. If we survive, I'd like to keep my job. The location is terrible, but the pay is better than any other commercial lab.
You're not happy on Peak 15?
The outside world doesn't exist here, just walls of ice and rock. There's only the work, the discovery. It's easy to forget why science is guided by ethics. Maybe we're paying for that now.
What do you know about the hot labs?
Nothing, I didn't work there. As far as I know, Han Olar was the only survivor.
Is he in the medical ward?
No, he's staying in the science team's quarters. Be gentle with him. He had a trying experience.
What do you do here?
I'm a toxicologist. I can't talk about my work. Not that I'm doing anything since the accident.
There was an accident here?
I can't talk about what happened. Not here. Too public. Talk to Dr. Cohen in the medical ward. He was the project lead.
Oh, will do.
How are you holding up?
It would be petty to complain after showering off a coworker's brain. None of us have had enough sleep since the attack. Of course, not all of us have guns.
I'll talk to you later.
Remember to report any suspicious noises.
I won't talk to you later, Dr. Palon. I have nothing else to talk to you about.
Got a smoke? We're all out.
Okay, so that was the restricted area. So we'll go to this door first. Sorry, trying to keep an eye on the stutter. I've changed a single setting and seeing if it worked. I mean, that's smooth. Maybe. As Liara's shadow, because Liara never made it through the door. Should just place markers of this way to advance so you know exactly where to avoid. Blocks, you are not wrong. That would be the dream. Anyone else say loading screen? There's Han Olar.
You're not part of the crew.
Call me Shepard. I'm a Spectre sent by the Citadel.
There aren't any human specters. Look, Plague doesn't care who you are. This lab is under quarantine.
It does not appear to have fixed the issue. Oh well. Back to the drawing board. Change that setting back when I finish the stream today.
Okay, this one will get.
I used to have nightmares like this. Too many cheap horror vids before lights out.
Gotta keep the mood light. I mean, if you don't laugh, you'll. Yeah, you just have to.
It's true. You just have to, champ. You just have to. This door was closed, right? Before I talked to Han Olar. Yeah. When it says open, yeah. That's what I figured.
You came to find out about them, didn't you?
You mean those things out there?
Yes. I'm the only survivor from the hot lab, you know.
Yeah, there was a criticism I saw about Dragon Age the Veilguard about how prominent the quest markers are, but they're so useful for knowing where to avoid when you're exploring. May know it's Spectre, so you believe, but I'm here and I have guns to use that information to guide your future interactions with me. That would be the Renegade option.
I need to know more about those things out there.
About the Rachni?
Rachni? That's preposterous.
Liara, that's what the Title has been saying all along about the things I've been shooting.
Where did they come from?
They found it in a derelict ship. An egg. Waiting since the last battles.
Pretty sure that's wrong.
They brought it here.
Title?
Shut up! God, you want to get us killed?
It's not a subtitle.
I don't have any control over who lives or dies here. Do you?
Well, yes, actually. I have guns. Lots of guns.
If you're gonna be crazy, be the quiet kind.
Crazy? I'm sane. God, am I sane.
I need to know everything about the Rachni.
I told you all I can. We brought the Rachni back from the dead. In retrospect, a bad decision.
Speaking of de-extinction, whole plethora of headlines about how they've managed to bring direwolves back from de-extinction, when actually they haven't. They've just produced some genetic characteristics that were likely present in direwolves, like pure white fur. So that's cool. Popular science is being lied about right now.
I heard you were at the hot labs. How did you make it out alive?
I killed her.
Who?
Doctors on Muir. We were going to lunch when the alarms went off. I ran into the tram, and I closed the doors. She banged on the window once, then they sliced her to pieces. Her head came apart like a melon. I closed the door. I killed her.
This is one method of de-extinction, to be fair. Yeah, but it's not they haven't brought direwolves back to life. What they've done is genetically engineered, I think it's grey wolves. So it's at best a hybrid.
Tell me what you know. I'll make your survival mean something.
You think I want absolution? There is none.
Could Matriarch Benezia survive in the hot labs?
It's possible. The specimens were sensitive to biotics.
I'll be leaving now.
Yeah.
This door. In retrospect, do we believe they found the egg in a derelict ship? Oh, I mean, they might have. I'm happy to believe that. Space is big, like really big. To quote Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. Yeah, anything's possible, isn't it? Oh no, this is the door I went through. That's the door I came from. To medical bay.
Hang on.
Mood. Absolute mood.
What do you want?
I didn't mean to bother you.
No, you did nothing wrong. I'm just distracted.
Oh, chat, I've completely forgot to go talk to Ambassador Udina. I'm aware of the de-extinction distinction, but I know there are multiple methods of the process too. Oh, I know there are multiple methods. It's just all of the articles saying that they've brought direwolves back and these are actual direwolves, and it's not. It's just a step on the way to bringing a step on the way to bring the back. At least is my understanding. I'm happy to be proved wrong,
What happened
as
to
ever.
these people?
They're suffering from a toxin. There was an accident. I have a non-disclosure agreement. I shouldn't discuss it with anyone outside of the company.
But you're going to, because I might be able to help.
I'd like to think that the company finds our lives more valuable than their secrets. You know Mira, the VI for Peak 15? She handles the safety protocols for our experiments here.
We reactivated her on our way through Central Station.
That was you? I'm grateful. Until she came online, the automatic equipment wouldn't work. We lost the connection to Mira in the middle of an experiment and the quarantine failed. These three were exposed to a toxin, something we were working on.
Also interesting, looks almost exactly like a Samoyed, except it would be about 3 times the size. Yeah, but just imagine the hugs.
I understand your caution, but I need
And the allergies.
details. What you say won't
But yes,
go
that is
beyond these
interesting.
walls.
It's a bioweapon, based on an exotic life form discovered on the frontier. They wanted something that could kill the creature, but there was no profit in something that kills one species on the frontier. We kept working on it and adapted it to affect more species. Thoros B is highly infectious, but can't pass from one person to another, like a biowar attack without a pandemic spread.
Do you imagine that distinction makes this ethical?
Militaries, governments, they'll get this kind of weapon one way or another, and we're trying to limit the damage. I know you can't see that.
I thought the whole meaning of the word infectious was that it could spread. I thought that's what infectious meant. I could be wrong, obviously.
There's a reason the Citadel conventions forbid bioweapons, Doctor.
I didn't expect you'd understand. Our notes and equipment are locked in the quarantine labs. Captain Ventralis doesn't want to risk more contamination.
Is he right to keep people out?
No, the toxin has a brief period of viability. After that, it breaks down into simple protein chains. But he won't listen to me.
I'll talk to him. Maybe I can convince him to let me try.
I can't ask you to do this officially, but if you can do anything, I'd appreciate it.
What will it take to get the cure for these people?
The quarantine labs are near the science team's quarters. Once you're in there, look for our notes. It should just be a matter of following our processes.
How's the science team holding up?
Better than Ventralis' guards. They've been on alert since the first attack. I've been administering stims at their request. But every species needs to sleep. They're getting twitchy, irrational.
They're getting Solarian.
Are you the doctor here?
I'm our doctor, but not the doctor. My specialty is microbiology, not first aid. We had a medic, Dr. Salah, but we lost him. The automatics can handle basic treatment. Mira runs them.
Not sure they'll actually get that big though. Size of an animal is in part determined by food available and the primary food source. The megafauna are no longer existing. That is true. I actually agree with his argument for working on night views as similar argument as pursuing DoD work. Oh, like, better we do it with these limitations than it get developed without them in the future.
Talk to you later.
I hope you can do something.
Okay, and I believe I can't get to this yet. No, because it's restricted. I could hack the door. I'm gonna go talk to Captain Ventralis.
Something you need?
I've heard about the problems in the quarantine lab. I'd like to recover the toxin cure.
God, I wish we could help those guys. I really do, but we can't risk contamination now.
We're not part of your defense plans. We're consuming extra rations, extra metagel.
Yeah, but you also have extra guns. All right, you want to gamble with your life, you're not under my command. I'll have the guard let you in, but he'll lock the door behind you. He'll run a full scan before he'll let you out. If there are any anomalies, you stay in there.
Those are reasonable precautions.
I'll radio ahead to let the guard know. Good luck.
I've got work to do.
You and me both.
I think the restricted section could be the hot lab. Is this one? Whee! Sprint or storm or whatever they call it. I think it's storming. Yes, ensure it's developed correctly and perhaps with the appropriate oversight because the next person decides to, it might not be so thoughtful and caring. Yeah. It's a good argument for doing stuff like that. I think it's a slippery slope, but you know, I'm an idealist and I freely admit that. Nope. This way. And that, you know, ideally, we live in a world where it's not needed.
What do you want?
I have Ventralis' permission to go in there.
Yeah, he radioed. He also said you have to prove you're not contaminated to get out. You got a death wish? You should stand watches on the barricade.
We've isolated 4 chemicals that can be combined to counteract the toxin. They must be mixed in precise quantities. As each chemical is poured, the equipment will mark the minimum and maximum amount that will work. Too little or too much will spoil the result. It's just that easy,
Your
chat.
mission ends here, Shepard.
I thought she seemed odd.
Oh, what a shock!
What happened to Ventralis's man?
I didn't have permission to come in. He got in my way. I was ordered to eliminate you should the opportunity arise. And here you are, trapped in this lab. Weapons free!
How did you get the Geth in here, though? Oop. How did the commando get in here? Well, that was exciting. They shot the medical computer. It was nice of her to let me make the cure first, however. Oh, well, oh, we're good. Did none of you hear the shotgun? Did none of you see the Geth? There's a slippery slope, but every nation state has a right to defend itself, and even if all the nation states agree to not have certain weaponry, you can't guarantee rogue actors without the nation state wouldn't independently pursue measures requiring such defensive options. Yeah, hence...
They came out of there.
Hence my, I'm an idealist stance.
You mean the inorganics the Asari had with her?
Venezia brought them with her.
How can I get into the maintenance area?
A team lead would have access. Like Dr. Cohen. He's in the medical bay.
Yes, that argument is complicated. You're not wrong. Thank you for
I'll be
pointing that one
leaving
out,
now.
Flux.
Yeah.
Yes, and that's the locked maintenance area. Did you not notice the Geth or the commando? Chat, where was medical? Gonna keep going to that door. It's not that door. Do you have something for me? Oh, right. I was like, why is there an exclamation mark there? It's because Dr. Cowan is beneath it. It's a 2D map representing a 3D space.
Is that the cure? You did it?
That Asari scientist, the one in the mess hall? She just tried to kill us.
Alestia? That's unbelievable. Well, I don't know much about her. She arrived a month ago. One of the shareholders pulled strings to get her here.
Let me guess. Saren, the Spectre?
Yes.
It's not Saren the gas.
I think that was the name. I don't pay attention to the other research teams. Look, the guards, they've been more on edge since you got here. I think they were expecting you. And there are more labs in the back. The guards won't even let me back there. Just people with clearance.
What about the maintenance area? Do you have access to that?
The maintenance area? Yes. Take my pass. But there's just snow back there. Let me see that file. An extension on Phelps' work? I thought he was on the right track. I can't thank you enough. Oh, God, what a cliche. You saved their lives, do you know that?
Could you spare a few medical packs? They're worth their weight in gold up here.
You didn't get these from me. Ventralis wanted them saved for his people. I need to administer this. Thanks again.
You're welcome. I'm a hero, chat. Okay. So I'm pretty sure if I go to the maintenance area, it brings me out through that door. Which I could hack. I'm going to double check, but I'm pretty sure that's the way the mission flow works. Cool. Yep. The quarantine and barracks. Whee! Very small area to do backtracking in, but they make me do it anyway. Is he feeling better? Nah, he's still lying down on the job. Ooh, restop. It's just snow, he said. Yes, it's the inside of a glacier. So it's technically ice, not snow. It's not precipitation. Boom. The stutter's still there, but it seems better. So yeah, I might have an idea of how to get rid of it. So we'll see. I need to do a bit more research. Okay, cool. Chat, it's time.
You do not know the privilege of being a mother. There is power in creation. To shape a life, turn it toward happiness or despair. Her children were to be ours, raised to hunt and slay Saren's enemies. I won't be moved by sympathy, no matter who you bring into this confrontation.
Liara's here because she wants to be, not because I asked her to.
Indeed. What have you told her about me, Liara?
What could I say, Mother? That you're insane? Evil? Should I explain how to kill you? What could I say?
Have you faced an Asari commando unit before? Few humans have.
I can't believe you'd kill your own daughter.
I now realize I should have been stricter with her.
No, stasis. The whole conversation is, did you bring her thinking I wouldn't kill her? But what if you don't kill her? Right, this boss fight is no joke because of the commandos. Benezia's power level. It's over 9,000. Captain, made it, thank you. That worked out surprisingly well. Take out that. I can see the red dots. Okay. Yeet. Boom! Go shotgun.
This is not over. Saren is unstoppable. My mind is filled with his light. Everything is clear.
The Rachni didn't cooperate with you. Why should I?
I will not betray him. You will... You must listen. Saren still whispers in my mind. I can fight his compulsions, briefly, but the indoctrination is strong.
Why are you able to break free of his control now?
I sealed a part of my mind away from the indoctrination.
As you do.
Saving it for a moment when I could help destroy him. It will not last long.
So you could turn on me again?
Yes, but it would not be my will, Shepard. People are not themselves around Saren. You come to idolize him, worship him. You would do anything for him. The key is Sovereign, his flagship. It is a dreadnought of incredible size, and its power is extraordinary.
Sovereign's not like other ships. Where did it come from?
Hashtag not all ships.
I cannot say. The Geth did not build it. Its technology is far more advanced than that of any known species. The longer you stay aboard, the more Saren's will seems correct. You sit at his feet and smile as his words pour into you. It is subtle at first. I thought I was strong enough to resist. Instead, I became a willing tool, eager to serve. He sent me here to find the location of the Mu relay. Its position was lost thousands of years ago.
How does something that big go missing?
4,000 years ago, a star nearby went supernova. The shockwave propelled the relay out of its system, but did not damage it. Its precise vector and speed are impossible to determine. As millennia passed, the nebula created by the nova enveloped the relay. It is difficult to find any cold object in interstellar space, particularly something swathed in hot dust and radiation.
Someone on Noveria found it?
2,000 years ago, the Rachni inhabited that region of our galaxy. They discovered the relay. The Rachni can share memories across generations. Queens inherit the knowledge of their mothers. I took the location of the relay from the Queen's mind. I was not gentle.
Uh-oh.
How did the Rachni find it?
They searched, patiently. They are territorial creatures, driven to close any possible way into their systems.
Why does Saren need the Mu relay?
He believes it will lead him to the conduit. I would tell you more if I could, but Saren did not share his counsel with me. I was merely a servant to his cause.
You can still make it right. Give me the information.
I was not myself, but I should have been stronger. I transcribed the data to an OSD. Take it, please.
Knowing the relay's coordinates is not enough. Do you know where he planned to go from there?
Saren wouldn't tell me his destination. But you must find out quickly. I transmitted the coordinates to him before you arrived.
Oh no!
You have to stop me. I can't. His teeth are at my ear. Fingers on my spine.
Kinky.
You should. You should.
Mother! Don't leave! Fight him!
You've always made me proud, Liara. Die!
Stasis. Singularity, sorry. I might be stasis. They're not.
I cannot go on. You will have to stop him, Shepard.
Hold on. We've got Metagel. Maybe we can...
No. He is still in my mind. I am not entirely myself. I never will be again.
Mother!
Good night, little wing. I will see you again with the dawn. No light. They always said there would be a...
I know, my control batteries are low. Like the mood in this scene. Just gonna go and change my controller batteries. BRB. Okay, let us continue. Address the alien in the room, shall we? Sally, how you doing? Shepard. Zombie!
This one serves as our voice. We cannot sing. Not in these low spaces. Your musics are colorless.
Musics? What?
Your way of communicating is strange. Flat. It does not color the air. When we speak, one moves all. We are the mother. We sing for those left behind. The children you thought silenced. We are Rachni.
How are you speaking through her?
Our kind sing through touchings of thought. We pluck the strings, and the other understands. She is weak to urging. She has colors we have no names for. But she is ending. Her music is bittersweet. It is beautiful. The children we birthed were stolen from us before they could learn to sing. They are lost to silence. And their suffering, they cannot be saved. They will only cause harm as they are.
I don't understand. Why are your children killing people?
These needlemen, they stole our eggs from us. They sought to turn our children into beasts of war, claws with no songs of their own. Our elders are comfortable with silence. Children know only fear if no one sings to them. Fear has shattered their minds.
I understand. A child left alone in a closet until she is 16 would not be sane.
I don't understand.
Oh, whoops.
These
Sorry.
our elders.
I understand. A child left alone in a closet until she is 16 would not be sane.
If you're sure they can't be saved.
It is lamentable, but necessary. Do what you must. Before you deal with our children, we stand before you. What will you sing? Will you release us? Are we to fade away once more?
Look, those tanks? Acid. Strong enough to kill anything, no matter its biology. They wouldn't have installed that if they weren't afraid of the consequences of her getting loose.
They made a mistake. They let the Krogan go too far. This is a chance for us to atone. She has done nothing to us.
Your companions hear the truth. You have the power to free us, or return our people to the silence of memory.
If I let you live, would you attack other races again?
No. I do not know what happened in the war. We only heard discordance, songs the color of oily shadows. We would seek a hidden place to teach our children harmony. If they understand, perhaps we would return.
Are you a survivor from the war? A clone?
We do not know. We were only an egg, hearing Mother cry in our dreams. A tone from space hushed one voice after another. It forced the singers to resonate with its own sour yellow note. Then we awoke in this place, the last echo of those who came out from the singing planet. The sky is silent.
I wonder if they took part of this plot from Ender's Game? I know, I've never read it, or seen the film, and based on the author's politics, I won't. But that, yeah, it certainly may have influenced it. The one truism of writers is that vast majority of us, read a lot. Also, I'm not a fan of genocide, so
I won't destroy your entire race. You'll go free.
You will give us the chance to compose anew? We will remember. We will sing of your forgiveness to our children.
peace. Stay safe, healthy, and wholesome, Rachni. Much love to you all. Goodbye. I wonder if the Rachni... Yep, you know where the Rachni's going to go, chat? You can go to my store, where it's going to buy some sweet, sweet anniversary merch. I recommend reading book series. It's very good. Cards, politics aside. Fair. Marina Sirtis is dead. You know, in the game, not real life, as far as I'm aware. Still the issue of the Rachni down in the hot labs. Right, I believe there's nothing to loot in here, but I will do a quick once over just to double check. Yep, cool. Well, that appears to be the case anyway. To the hot labs. So if you go the other way, brings you to the same room. It means you don't have to do the side quest to save the scientists, but because you technically break into the restricted area, it turns all of the base defenses against you. Right, well, there's some red dots over here, so I guess you do get more experience that way, but not a great person. Interesting. I see the red dots, but nothing's attacking me. Simple question: how does the Queen to get off a planet design quarantine without any form of space transport? I've always wondered that. I've just always assumed that she crawls into a ship, hides away. Yaroslav. Awfully suspicious.
Are you here to secure the situation?
How are you holding up?
You must listen to me. If we do not contain our mistake,
She's not small. Well, yes, she's not.
battle stations. You understand?
Neither are spaceships.
You let these things out?
I am only following the orders. Binary Helix found an egg. It was on a derelict ship, thousands of years drifting. This was Rachni's ship. Inside they find many eggs in cryogenic suspension.
1,000-year-old egg hatched?
Yes. Very tough to be so long frozen. That it survived the centuries. This is miraculous. Binary Helix planned to clone Rachni, mass-produce them, create an army. But when they get here, they find this egg is not a common Rachni. It is a queen. After she lays eggs, they move her to Rift Station. They are thinking that without her, they can raise the babies to be obedient.
Imagine how well that went.
Hold on. Don't you need a male to get eggs?
Queens are born carrying the genetic code of their fathers. Eggs are carried away from the colony to hatch alone. Queens can lay eggs in hours and have a colony in days. This is how they spread so quickly.
Separating them from their mother didn't work.
This was exactly the wrong thing to do. I am thinking that without a queen, Rachni do not develop properly. Her mind is shaping theirs. These Rachni are uncontrollable.
You know, overthinking perhaps that through, with queens carrying the genetic code of their fathers, doesn't that just necessarily mean that the Rachni, there's only ever been like one male Rachni? And the queens just keep using that genetic code? Unless queens mate with with like Rachni soldiers and stuff.
Then all we need to do is bring her here.
She's gone.
No, I am sorry, but this will not work. These Rachni are beyond saving. It is a sad thing, but they must be euthanized. I am thinking that the neutron purge must be set off.
I'm not familiar with the purge system.
It creates bursts of neutron radiation, kills everything within the station. Things beyond get genetic damage of varying degree.
The purge, I honestly thought when you talk about the purge system, it's going to be that one night of every crime is forgiven. This plot also has echoes of the Tok'ra from Stargate. Yup.
Once the purge is armed, we'll have to fight our way out. Give us a minute to patch up and rearm.
Sure. I wait here. I am not so much good for searching now, yes? Mother always say I would meet a bad end.
I think this is where you activate the neutron purge.
Connecting. I have full access to the facility and am at your disposal.
How many Rachni are in here?
I'm sorry, the sensor network is too damaged to provide an accurate count.
Give me your best guess.
Guessing is beyond my design parameters, Commander.
Are there any survivors in here?
Lady Benezia, an executive secretary of Binary Helix, is on the operations deck.
No, she's not.
There are no other living crew members within the lab structure.
Then who did I just speak to?
What's the status of the facility?
Containment breach in Laboratory Pod Gamma. The neutron purge system is functional, but has not been armed.
I need information on the neutron purge.
The neutron purge is a fail-safe system installed within the isolation tube area. In the event of irretrievable containment loss, it is used to resolve the situation.
What exactly does this thing do?
The purge is a neutron burst weapon. 2 volumes of fissionable materials are brought together to form a critical mass. Most of the energy is released in the form of high-speed neutrons. This radiation is instantly lethal to any known form of life within 500 meters.
We would be wise to avoid touching any controls without reading the instructions.
That is advisable for all systems within this facility.
We're moving on.
Logging you out, Commander.
So I have to do it, essentially. But I need to go back, I think, to get a key card? Unless the guy can do it.
Online. How can I help you?
Activate the neutron purge.
I'm sorry, but I can't do that without proper code authorization.
Mumble something.
Who would have the code?
Director of Operations Yaroslav Tartakovsky, or any executive officer of Binary Helix.
We're moving on.
Logging you out, Commander.
Okay, but like, if he's not on the living crew conversation topic, is he alive or is he dead?
I am feeling not so well.
How do we set off the purge?
Arming controls are nearby. All you do is insert the key. Then I will give Mira destruct.
Oh, well, he's not going to do that now, is he? Yeah. Small issue of a hole being in his chest. That's a lot of blood. Where did it come from that we didn't notice? Because there's no holes in the floor. Or the ceiling. Okay. There are animals capable of self-reproduction. Oh, I know animals can self-reproduce, but I was just curious how that biology worked. A thermonuclear device with a uranium case for reflection, increasing the reaction rate, which makes it goes boom. Yes. The biggest of boom. Clear that out. Save the game.
Online. How can I help you?
Activate the neutron purge.
I'm sorry, but I can't do that without proper code authorization.
Code input 875020079. Code Omega local execution.
Verified. Code Omega execution in 120 seconds.
That's 2 minutes. I'm killing them for the XP, but you can see how many red dots there are on the map. You know, because they're theoretically all around us. Oh, I got a grenade from that. Sweet. May as well take the circular route. Boop. Welcome to the Black Mesa facility.
What's our next move, Commander? Head for the Mu relay?
The Mu relay could link to dozens of systems. Unless we know exactly where Saren's going, we'd just be wasting our time.
The commander is right. We cannot rush off blind. We still need to learn more about Saren.
Who put you in charge? Did the commander resign when I wasn't looking?
Ashley, just calm the fuck down.
We're all on the same team here, Williams. She's just trying to help.
Sorry, Commander.
We're done here. Crew, dismissed.
Novaria report is away, Commander. You want me to patch it through to the Council?
Patch him through, Joker.
Setting up the link now, Commander.
Is this report accurate, Commander? You found Rachni on Novaria?
And then released the Queen. Do you have any idea what you've done? How many generations until they overrun the galaxy?
I'll be dead by then. I'm human.
This queen is different. She understands why her kind had to be wiped out last time around.
I hope you're right, Shepard. Our children's children will pay the price if you're not.
We'll be waiting for your next report, Commander.
Despite it being a neutron solution, the actual radiation is gamma, not neutrons. Interesting. That's cool. Physics! Right. Now I can talk to everyone and I'll have something new to say, so I may as well do that first. Also may as well double check equipment loadouts. Then I will go and talk to Udina on the Citadel, and then we've got Rex's family armor and other stuff to do in Argus Row. In Styx Theta, sorry.
If you are here to talk about Benezia's death, you need not bother. She brought it upon herself.
Don't pretend it doesn't bother you. She was your mother.
She was. But she was not. I prefer to remember Benezia as she used to be, before she was corrupted by Sovereign's power.
Saren will pay.
The best of your mother lives on in you. Her determination, her intelligence, her strength.
That is kind of you to say. I appreciate your concern, but I am fine. Benezia chose her path, just as I have chosen mine. I am with you until the end, Shepard.
I should go.
Goodbye, Shepard. I get the feeling you want to ask me something, Commander.
I just wanted to talk.
Of course, Shepard. What did you want to talk about?
Okay.
I should go.
Goodbye, Shepard.
Let's go and have an awkward conversation with Caden. Mostly because every conversation with Caden's awkward.
Anything you need, Commander?
Just trying to get a sense of where the crew's at. Thoughts?
We're all in for the duration. You can count on everyone to do their duty.
What's your opinion on the last mission?
Killing Saren's, what was Benezia anyway? Second in command? Advisor? Anyway, it should set him back a bit. I'm sure Dr. Tassoni's hurting though. Poor kid. Having to kill her own mom.
Any opinion on the Rachni?
Off the record, if we had the option, I'd as soon have left it to the Council. We weren't out here during the Rachni War. I'm not sure we have any business getting involved.
We'll talk another time, Lieutenant.
Commander?
I think that's if you miss stuff, it just appears in your locker for, through space magic. Right, before I go down there, obviously I'm keeping all of the words. Spectre gear, that's the word I was looking for. High X, High X. High X on the pistol. Stove sledgehammer. Upgrade to that sledgehammer. I'll be your sledge. Anyway, I'll stop singing that. That's fine there. And that is better. Cool. Oh yeah, it doesn't tell you what your inventory is like, but I'll obviously go through and junk everything. Because it's getting a bit full. If I'm going to the Citadel anyway, I can swing by CSEC because it dumps me into CSEC. I can't remember, do I still need... No, cool. Same as usual, we're going to talk to Tally first.
Hey, Shepard. You need something?
Nope.
I should go.
See you later.
Hey, Rex.
Shepard.
Rex.
Good conversation. Right, so is this better? Yes, it is. It's the same amp. And I swapped her pistol out and stuff. Same with Tally. Don't think I have any more Quarren armor. I do not. Okay, Rex. Do I have any more Krogan armor? No. Do I have... Sure. Why not? And do I have a better shotgun for you? I do not. Garrus. Take that. Why not? And looks like he's got the best sniper rifle I can give him right now. And that's worse armor. Caden, how are we doing, my guy, my dude, my man? Is that significantly fewer damage, lower damage protection? No. Oh, no, he's got the broken iron already. And he's not getting an upgrade. And Ashley is maybe? Nope. Definitely not. Cool. Interesting. I'll take a firestorm, I don't care. Mark everything for junk. Because I've reached the point in the game where because I'm on normal, it really doesn't matter what I have. As you can see, I'm like 2 or 3 shotting the Rachni and commandos and stuff, so I don't need the best guns. Hence why I'm using the Spectre weapons, which is something I, shouldn't be saying, because they're Spectre. It's Spectre equipment. It should be the best you can get, but it is not. Apologies if the microphone is picking up the clicking of the thumbstick while I do this.
Commander?
What's your opinion of the last mission?
You mean the Rachni, right? They
What-
were dangerous, Skipper.
What of the last mission?
That 2,000 years ago. I think it was a mistake to let them go. But that wasn't my call to make. It was yours. You know, you really should talk to Tassoni about her mom. She has to be hurting. Just saying, Skipper.
I have spoken to her about it.
Do you have a few minutes to talk? One-on-one?
I should get back to my duty, Skipper. Rifles don't maintain themselves. Not yet, anyway.
Dismissed, Chief.
Ma'am.
Rex, my bro, my guy.
Commander, I wanted to thank you.
What for, Garrus?
For everything. Taking me with you, letting me be part of your team. I've learned a lot. I've thought
Hey,
a lot
Blink.
about what you've told me.
How you doing?
About not sacrificing innocence to achieve the goal. About finding the best way through, not just the fastest. And I've been thinking about Dr. Saleon, too. I'd convinced myself that he deserved to die, but then I started thinking about why I wanted him dead. I realized it wasn't because of what he did to those people. That was part of it, but I think most of it was because he got away from me. He escaped under my watch, and I didn't like that. I let it become personal.
Words mean nothing until you turn them into action, Garrus. What are you gonna do about it?
Well, I'm going back to CSEC. I think I can make a difference there. I'll also reapply for Spectre training, but I'll do it right. I won't compromise myself.
We've been
The
through
people I'm
this.
sworn to protect can't trust me.
I'm glad you see it that way.
Don't worry, Commander. I will.
Because I didn't know and look at the camera last time as well. If you know, you know, chat. Okay, just getting you from being out for a bit. Did you have a good time out? Obviously, you don't have to say if you did or didn't. Right, I'm going to talk to Joker, because he might have something to say about Noveria. And then we're going to go and talk to the guy I have lovingly dubbed that rat bastard. I, of course, mean Chancellor Rudina.
Boy, am I glad to be off of Noveria. I don't know which was worse, the cold or the corporations.
Yes.
One will freeze your balls off, the other will sell them out from under you. With all due respect, Commander.
I have to go.
Alright, see you.
It's okay, it's mostly I see you wanted in your apartment all day. Completely understandable. I get like that sometimes. Especially when the weather's nice. I'm like, well, I should just go out. Except, at the minute, I did leave my door open. I did. The cat's a bit clingy because Angel's not here, so I haven't pressed X instead of B. I haven't gone out to, you know, for a walk or anything recently. New. You missed Benezia? Yeah, you did, unfortunately. So it was very anticlimactic. At level 27 with the high explosive shotgun shells. I did bring Liara. I thought it was. Try that sentence again. I thought it was only right. Depending on where Angel ended up, she might be off the cord currently. Shanghai, which she told me earlier was extremely warm and humid. I don't need to take Liara with me anymore. Rex and Tally it is.
Equalizing interior pressure with exterior atmosphere.
Yeah, Angel, the company Angel works for, they have a client
is ashore.
Who decided, the client's American, but they have offices in Shanghai, and they decided they wanted to run the training course there. So she's been in Shanghai since technically Saturday. Well, I guess technically
Rex,
Friday.
Forgive the impertinence, but you are not like the Krogan described in the stories on the flotilla.
When you're young, you go looking for every fight you can. You get older, you realize the best fights will find you.
That's one, I guess. It is. Hopefully, their quality is good. It can be very, very bad. Yes. So I sent her with masks, but she has words of wisdom from Rex. He's very wise. That's why I paired them up, because they're two very opposing personality types. Angel does have problems breathing occasionally, and she hasn't said that it's been bad for her. So I'm assuming
Show me what you've got.
the air quality has been fine. Sell all the junk. Again, I'm just keeping 2 of most things. And then we'll get rid of everything below 8. Except that. Don't need those. And this is 7, so we just mash the sell button. I've maxed out my money again. That's a problem. Right. To the ambassador. I feel like visiting China could be cool, but as an American, I feel like I might get kidnapped or something. Absolutely fair. The Presidium. Embassies. Right, let's go talk to one of the most hateable characters in the game.
Your Noveria report raised a few eyebrows in the council, Shepard. I can't believe you let that queen live. There's a reason their species was nearly wiped out. You should have finished them off.
It's a shame, because I've met a lot of interesting people here in Japan. There. It's the problem when governmental policy isn't almost in direct opposition to most of the population. Fucking Udina, Blink gets it. Blink absolutely gets
This
it.
queen isn't like the others. She's not interested in conquest or war.
Really? I'm glad you're an expert in a species we know virtually nothing about. I hope we're both still around in 50 years to see if you're right.
Genocide of an entire species is a terrible tragedy, Ambassador. Shepard did the right thing.
Fine. I'll just tell everyone we figured it was a good idea to release a fertile Rachni queen in the wilds of Noveria. I'm sure nobody will have a problem with that.
And they could go talk to Adina about your missions. You learn something new every day. Yeah, I just kept forgetting. I'm going to reload the area. Like, I'll fast travel back to the wards and then come back to see if I can talk to him about the other ones. But I suspect that I will not be able to talk to him about the other missions. I think you can also, you know, the reporter, Kalisa Oljalani. I think you can, if you go talk to him after doing the interview, he has something to say about that as well. Oh god, I'm sorry, the microphone did pick that loud bang up. So once we're done here, I'll go to Styx Theta. I need to pull up the wiki actually. Yeah, dang it. I should have come back after every mission.
Yes, Commander?
I should go.
I'm sorry, chat. I've deprived you of some story, but it's, you know, it's... I will run you through the story beats. Comment on... Comment letting you know what mission you've just done. You're an asshole, Shepard. No one can... We can't trust you. Anderson stepping in to say something nice. Udina being, I'll spin it this way. That's probably how those conversations go. The main problem is, of course, that you've got really no reason to return to Udina's office
has
ever.
reportedly been destroyed. The exact cause is currently unknown. Given the research conducted on Noveria, many are blaming the destruction on an experiment gone awry. Administrator Anoleus currently faces criminal charges as a result of the disaster, although the nature of the charges remains unclear.
Actually, that's unrelated, but if they're going to pin it on him instead of me, yes. So why didn't they go to talk to Udina and Anderson after each mission? Yep.
Stand by, shore party. Decontamination in pro...
I need to replay it again, Blink.
The commanding officer
just to get those,
is
like,
aboard.
8 lines of dialogue
stands relieved.
that I skipped by accident. Styx Theta. If I were Styx Theta, where would I be? No. Acheron or Erebus, chat. It doesn't matter. I'm going to go to both anyway. There is an asteroid in here, and Altair is the planet I can land on.
Commander, we've got an incoming distress signal. Patching through to you.
Mayday! 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 This is Lieutenant Marie Durand, 314th Infantry, Alliance 10th Frontier Division. The listening post has been overrun by unidentified hostile life forms. Request immediate extraction.
That's Daphne Blake chat. Maybe Princess Azula. It is definitely not Marie Durand of the 314th. Oh, look at that! Nice little bot visit. Feel like there are so many little details in the Mass Effect trilogy that are easy to miss. I mean, just the BioWare games. Nepmos. Wait, you can land on Nepmos as well? Did I pull up the wrong list? I absolutely did pull up the wrong page. That's on me. Erebus does not have an asteroid in it. Acheron does. So I'll pull that up for the map. Is there a more? No. So it's one I need to go to. Ah, gotcha. Okay. It's amazing that I'm still learning things about them. Hey, I mean, people discover things about games all the time. Run by rampaging Elcor. Amazing. Yeah, what, 18 years this year since Mass Effect 1 came out? Vermani has been visited by a single unmanned probe. It is a standard hydrogen-helium gas giant with large formations of water vapor clouds in the upper atmosphere. Orbital period 9.9 Earth years. Radius 71,541 kilometers. Day length 9.2 Earth hours. Scans of the planet Vermani, Armani, who knows? Turned up a few odd readings. Chief Engineer Adams fine-tuned the scans and discovered an automated repair drone in orbit. Talia and Adams brought the drone on board to dismantle it and found a Prothean data disk at its core. And it just has Sandstorm by Darude stuck on repeat. Trophen is an unusually small hydrogen-helium gas giant with traces of sulfur and hydrocarbons in the atmosphere. The Alliance surveyor ship Ibn Battuta reported inconclusive evidence of hydrocarbon life in the deep layers of the atmosphere, over 1,000 kilometers below the cloud tops, where pressure compresses Trophen's hydrogen into a liquid state. Proof of life in this environment would prove many long-standing theories. Unfortunately... Sorry, chat, 1 second. Only a probe with extremely expensive Mass Effect generators could survive the crushing pressure long enough to send back useful data, and the probe would be lost in the attempt. Simple expense makes investigation doubtful. Orbital period 56.9 Earth years. Radius 21,481 kilometers. Day length 13.7 hours. Can't believe Mass Effect 1 is that old. Yep. It is. Every now and then I remember how old the Lord of the Rings film trilogy is, and, you know, that's a thing too. Quaji is a terrestrial planet with an atmosphere of methane and ethane. The surface is composed of silica with deposits of uranium and heavy metals. Clouds of small water ice crystals are common. Quaji's skies are full of fine silica dust. From the surface, the sky has a pronounced salmon hue. The cursory initial scans from the Alliance surveyor ship Ibn Battuta showed geometric patterns in the northern hemisphere desert, visible only in the ultraviolet band. Non-Medivh sensors see nothing of the kind. Orbital period 2.9 Earth years. Radius 5,160 kilometers. Oh, it's smaller than Earth. Day length 38.7 Earth hours, atmospheric pressure 0.083 Earth atmospheres, surface temperature -7 Celsius, surface gravity 0.8 G. And we'll take some platinum. Nepmos is a resource-rich terrestrial world somewhat larger than Earth with a dense atmosphere of sulfur dioxide and argon. Nepmos' crust is very thin and unstable, not more than 8 kilometers deep in any location. Subsurface magma flows are a hazard to ground travel and earthquakes are frequent. While heavy metals and radioactives are plentiful, this geological instability has deterred investment by mining concerns. An additional complication is that the Styx cluster lies uncomfortably close to the 5 kiloparsec ring around the galactic core. The ring contains a great deal of molecular hydrogen fueling the majority of the galaxy's star formation. this area is too dangerous to safely travel. And who's flying through it? Me. Well, technically, I guess Joker's flying through it, but we're on board. Orbital period 0.7 Earth years, radius 7,593 kilometers, day length 68.1 Earth hours. It's so close to being a nice day length. Atmospheric pressure 1.12 Earth atmospheres, surface temperature 68 Celsius, surface gravity 1.2 G. And we're going to land on the planet. We're going to take my boy Rex, my girl Tali. We're going to level Rex up. Let's go with that, and then warp. Checking Tally had nothing new. Actually, I do want to check what Tally's points are spec'd into. Pistols and shotguns. Cool. That's what I figured. Okay, and we start down here. Probably take my wellness break after this planet. So there's these two planets here, and then looks like 2 places to land in Argos Row, where I have to go for Rex's family armor. And then we're on to Vermeer. So chat, by the end of the stream, I guess it would be nice to know Ashley or Caden. If you know, you know. If you don't know, I don't want to spoil anything. Specifically, I guess just which you prefer. Let's say that. I meant to do this as a poll on my Discord server. Can't go in there. Oh, I can. That's the decision blink. No, I don't know who already. I meant to do it as a poll and just completely forgot. So I'm disclaiming all responsibility for the decision. Right. Okay, that mine I can't get into currently. So I'll be coming back this way. You can make it, little Mako.
Heading out.
I have 200 Omnigel. I probably should use it on these, but no. Who do I usually pick? I usually pick Caden because I just can't stand Ashley in this game. And I know... I know who Ari would pick if she were here. Well, I mean, to answer the question you asked about, who I like least, that's Ashley. So I try to not spoil things just in case. Both their characters just kind of meh. That's absolutely fair. That is absolutely fair. They both don't, like they both don't get fleshed out until the end of the trilogy. Well, neither of them gets fleshed out until the end of the trilogy. There we go. That's better grammar. One of the miners had a League 1 medallion. It's possible he discovered it while they were digging. There's no episode. I meant to save a while ago and just completely forgot. There's something over here. I apologise on the spoilers for an 18-year-old game. Absolutely fair. No, no. I don't know how I'm getting 36,000 credits from the Rachni corpses, but I am. I guess I can set the poll up in my Discord in my wellness break. I'm looking at the time and pretty sure I won't be reaching that decision point until Thursday's stream. A note on things of that nature, however. So I did request a realm on Moonbeam and it was approved. So Bubble Sanctuary is open for business as a platform for marginalized creators. And my plan is for these... Wait, what's supposed to be? Interesting. My current plan is continue streaming into Video Game Alliance for the next 2 weeks. And then stream into the Sanctuary for every stream but Thursday streams, because Thursday is my most consistent streaming day. So I figured that would be make the most sense to have a public stream, so to speak. This is all until multi-streaming becomes a thing, and then I would... Okay, but why is... Okay. That was weird. The colony didn't spawn in. Oh yeah, that's until multi-streaming becomes a thing, and then obviously I'll stream into the server, into the realm, sorry, and Video Game Alliance. Personal headcanon is that it makes more sense to send the bomb makes sense. Oh yeah, I always save the person going with the Solarians because I like the Solarians. Oh damn it, that let it slip. Whoops. Sorry for the spoiler for an 18-year-old game. Bueno. Appears these particle balls were shut down after breaking through the tunnels just below the surface. Jackson equipment is stenciled with the logo of the 10 Power Mining Consortium, but there's no trace of the mining crew.
On my way.
Those are just barnacles. Oh. It's the right nice one. Never mind. It's more like the Rachni grunt. Caden's always just kind of acts change as the series goes on. That's fair. I do like... Part of me it does wonder if they made Caden bisexual for Mass Effect 3 just as a way of giving him more personality. There's a clearly sphincter of some sort. Yeah, I was trying not to say that. Oh. Right, nice song again.
Heading to position.
And then down here, and then we're on to the actual assignment on the planet. %, made him buy just for more guy options. That's fair. As an assessment of the situation. I guess, yeah, because if you're playing female Shepard, obviously you have trainer, but then Liara's also femme. Whereas male Shepard just has Steve. And I like Steve, don't get me wrong, I like Steve as a character, but... Around here somewhere. Oh, the Aura's pan. Yeah, I guess it... Get on that. There we go. One second, I'm trying to read chat while doing Simon Says puzzles again. Yeah, I guess the best way to think about it, or phrase it, I guess, would be that it's possible they added Caden, they retconned Caden to being bisexual so that you could have a homosexual relationship. So you could have two homosexual presenting relationships with Mel Shepard. Let's put it that way. I know what I'm trying to say. Obviously, bi people in a homosexual presenting relationship still bi. Bi erasure is a real thing that is incredibly annoying, as is pan erasure. So I'm trying to phrase it very carefully. But that kind of thing is difficult to do in streaming. Tally ho! Did you not shoot the Mako though? Well, I didn't get an experience for that, so that's cool. Recognize swarm approaching in 1 minute. Tally, where? In the back of the Mako, actually. Can I do anything with these turrets? Could have parked the Mako a bit closer, I admit. No. They're just there.
First Lieutenant Durand, ma'am. 3rd Brigade, 14th Infantry Regiment, and I am damn glad to see you.
We heard you needed some backup.
Actually, we need to get the hell out of here. But I guess your ship couldn't carry us all. They dropped us here a few months back. We get supplies every couple weeks. We didn't see anything local that was more dangerous than lichen. Yesterday, these animals started coming out of the ground. No idea where they're from. This is what's left out of 90 men. I'm the ranking officer.
I can probably take an extra 3 people. Just saying.
We do have a ship in orbit. We could bombard them.
Wouldn't do much good. They're moving around deep underground. The only time they come near the surface, and they're right on our position. You bombard them, you take us out too.
Why are you out here in the first place?
There's been a lot of pirate activity in this cluster. We set up a chain of listening posts in the local systems, in case they have a staging base.
They're not animals, they're a sentient species. You study history? They're called Rachni.
Never heard of them. Can't say I care.
Shepard can't see out of her
What we just
helmet.
thought was a probe. Our seismic sensors are picking up a crapload more on their way up from underground. We've got 5 minutes, tops. We might be able to hold them off if we were at peak, but you can see the fighting's busted this place up.
Hey Guns, how you doing?
Do what you can to secure your position.
Yeah,
We'll see if
Shepard
we can
can't
get some of your
see out of
defenses
that helmet.
operational.
Aye, aye, Commander. You heard the woman. Everybody pool magazines and grenades. Take a leak and a drink while you can. And if anyone wants a smoke, it's as good a time as any.
Lieutenant Duran's arm is nice. It is. Right, I should probably get back in the Mako. Get in the Mako, Kenji. I mean, you could probably get in the Mako with me. You're tired? That's fair, Blink. I'm, you know, assuming it's relatively late. 1:30? 2:30? Something like that? Stop spitting at my Mako. Could you stop shooting the Mako, please? Anything new to say?
We'll hold.
Probably getting the Mako with me sounds lewd. I mean, it is. Almost 1 AM. Fair. May have glanced at the time and read it as 16:33 instead of 16:43. That's on me. Whee! How did OBS handle that? Whee! Okay, I apologise for any motion sickness I may have induced. Technically, I guess I could park the Mako here. And now if they shoot the front of the Mako, they'll get the blast shield. Apart from this, at the very edges. Can't hit them when zoomed in. Because that's like, hey, no, there's a blast shield in the way. But when I'm zoomed out, absolutely can. Good old head glitch. Are we led to believe this is where the Queen landed? No. No, this is just a Rachni colony. I guess of mindless Rachni. But who knows? You go lurk and settle into bed. Sounds like a good plan, Blink. If you're tired, you should sleep. Thank you for being here. And lurking is, as ever, valid. I guess I'm not getting experience because it's just a horde event, and you just rack up too much experience. Aren't I wiped out before other independent colonists of them? Well, Binary Helix were experimenting on them, so Saren might have taken some.
Holy hell, ma'am. Talk about a near-run thing. You alright?
Never mind me, are you alright?
Still on my feet. But we've been fighting for almost 26 hours straight. None of us will be standing for long. There's one other thing I should mention. One of our other listening posts went offline 3 days ago. I don't know if it's coincidence, a pirate raid, or what. But if you want to check in on them...
We'll check on them. I don't know why there are arachni loose out here, but I intend to find out.
Ma'am, we're getting a signal from one of the ground scan UAVs. A big hollow space about 500 meters under the surface.
Right, that must be it. That must be where they're coming from. My people aren't in any condition for a clearing operation, though.
Can we talk about that guy's helmet?
Just point us in the right direction.
You don't have to do that, Commander. We've bled them. We can probably hold until a bigger ship arrives to get us off-world. If you want to take a throw at it, we'll give you the coordinates. But it's your call. You saved our asses, Commander. Thanks.
Of course I'm gonna go and do it. Destroy Arachni base. Ooh. That was nearly bad. You okay there? Lieutenant Durand? Do you need some help? I'm trying to push her out of whatever she's stuck in, but I didn't ask you if you could hold us where they were, Lieutenant. Okay, she's just getting some steps in for the day. I respect that. That was close. To his XP in this hole. You know what I'm saying? Wink, wink. $90 people. That's an important number to The generator has been ripped apart by arachnid claws, leaving the defensive turrets inoperative. It will be possible to power the turrets off the Mako's engines to make it impossible to drive or fire the Mako's own weapons. Okay, so 90 people, and that was what? 8 cots? Guess they're getting cozy. Thought the cinders blowing down from the sky with something in my eye then for a moment. I nearly tried to brush it out. Cool. Oh god, the boat got to stay warm somehow. Actually, it's 68 Celsius, I'll have you know. To quote Gandalf Greyheim, into the mine! Tyler, why are you using that? So assuming I stream as I'm hoping to, tomorrow, Thursday and Friday, even, should finish this. Should finish this week. Not that I'm in any hurry to finish it, obviously, but it's not like I can pan out the playthrough. There will be nothing left to do at that point. Whee! Right, they have iframes. Oh, you're large. Never mind. See, I think the only reason there were arachni on this planet is the devs didn't want to make more alien models. Fair. Might also be to do symmetry with the... After you beat the Thorian, you find the planet with the creepers on. Hey Harry, how we doing? Records of the Rachni War suggest brood warriors, the male-gendered Rachni, only fight when a hive is severely pressed. It's safe to say you've eliminated the Rachni on Lepnos. How we doing, Harry? How's the noodle? Oh, I also forgot to say thank you. Oh, this is how I talk now, apparently. Thank you for the message confirming you had got the thing I sent. I did react, but I forgot to actually send a message. I only replied in my head. Driving you crazy? Oh no! Dare we ask why? How am I doing? You know, I've been better. Been so much better. But we push on through. We are resilient. I was only going to play video games anyway to relax, so why not play video games for people on the internet? And hope that they'll, you know, turn up. Good news about Angel not being in the country is that I can take as long as I want to today and do all of the streaming I need to before Vermire. I mean, obviously, for those who know, there is a logical stopping point on Vermire, but it takes a while to get there. Anyway, I'm going to save the game. I'm going to take my wellness break, but hey, YouTube, in that split second of paused video, why not buy some merch while it's on sale at my merch store? Because it looks cool. Hopefully, maybe. I like the look of it. I'm going to probably buy at least the sticker myself, so... Anyway, wellness break time, so YouTube, I'm going to pause the recording. And we're back. Let's go find the other listening post. To Acheron. Away! I closed the Acheron tab because I'm an idiot. Daughter has decided fairy core is her fashion. Oh. Very course P cool. Okay, so I'm going to grab the asteroid while I'm thinking about it. There we go. Dark asteroid of mixed carbonaceous minerals. This asteroid shows signs of impact by weapons fire. You discovered signs of battle while scanning an asteroid field in the Acheron system. A small recon and discovery team led by Navigator Presley was able to determine that many of the ships were marked with the Papyrus? It's a font now? Colony insignia. An enigmatic rock and ice planet, Grossalgan has a thin atmosphere of carbon dioxide and ethane. The surface is composed of frozen water and chlorine. Orbital period 41.5 Earth years. Radius 5,190 kilometers. Day length 28.9 Earth hours. Atmospheric pressure 0.53 Earth atmospheres. Surface temperature negative 175 Celsius. Surface gravity 0.6 G. I don't know if I've said this on stream, but there is a small Easter egg on the I'm Not Angry, I Just Have Resting Witch Face t-shirt. That I was very proud of. Actually, technically it's 2 small Easter eggs. And we'll take the magnesium. Why not? That's the planet to land on. Hawthorne! Not really Easter egg. Oh no, yeah, I guess technically Easter egg. Yeah, it is a reference. A modest terrestrial planet, Farthall has a thin atmosphere composed of carbon dioxide and chlorine. The crust is mainly composed of sulfur with deposits of nickel. The terrain is extremely rough, a patchwork of craggy, overlapping craters dating back to the formation of the solar system. Farthall is tidally locked to the star Acheron. The day side has never been fully mapped. Orbital period 0.2 Earth years. Radius 6,506 kilometers. Day length 0.2 Earth years. Again, did they just copy the orbital period to the day length field? Atmospheric pressure 0.69, nice. Earth atmospheres. Surface temperature 239 Celsius. Surface gravity 0.8 G. Though exceptionally large for a terrestrial world, Imania is composed of water ice and with a core, that actually has a core, of various carbonaceous compounds. It has a density only half that of Earth and an atmosphere of nitrogen and carbon dioxide. The surface is composed of surprisingly pure water ice with a high albedo. Not a high libido, chat, that's something entirely different. Orbital distance 22.2 AU, orbital period 117.7 Earth hours, radius 11,621 kilometers, day length 56.4 Earth hours, atmospheric pressure 0.88 Earth atmospheres, surface temperature negative 185 Celsius, surface gravity 0.9 G. And clearly, as Ferrocore is your daughter's fashion, she needs the Be Cute New Crimes t-shirt. Where's the criminal? There's the criminal. There she is. She's being a good girl for once. I don't trust her. Altahi is an exceptional form of planet called a Roche world. Put simply, it is one half of a pair of small and unusually dense terrestrial worlds, Altahi and Antahi, that orbit each other so closely they effectively share a single atmosphere. This does not mean that one could fly from one to the other, but both have identical atmospheres and dust from one can often be found on the other. Both worlds share an atmosphere of nitrogen and ethane. The surface is warm and mainly composed of silica dust and dark basaltic rocks with extensive deposits of heavy metals and radioactives. Tidal effects from Antahi create constant heavy wind. Orbital distance 0.8 AU, orbital period 0.8 Earth years. Radius 4,404 kilometers. Day length 53.8 Earth hours. Atmospheric pressure 0.98 Earth atmospheres. Surface temperature 36 Celsius. Surface gravity 1.1 G. And then we open the map. Oh, this is a smaller map. Cool. Trying to think the best route to do stuff on this planet. We weren't kidding about the heavy winds. It's created a dust storm. I know there's a mineral on the map, but I'm coming back this way. So actually, if I grab this now, and grab the one I'm going to, I can then just fast travel back to the Normandy. I can go back to the Normandy and then reload the planet map. And that should save time. That's thinking with my whole brain, chat. Doesn't happen often. Oh, I got no money from that. I can't get money anymore, I guess, from it. Very sad. Woo! You know what's really nice about Moonbeam? Lack of bots. Currently, anyway. God, I hate the squeaking noises coming from the building work at the back. Back to the Normandy. Oops. It's just tortured metal. Tortured, ungreased metal. Hopefully they're not working on that building too much longer, because I could just really do with the noise stopping personally. Never mind the kitten. She was grooming herself earlier, and they must have dropped something heavy. This is just an incredibly loud bang. And she turned and gave that general direction the biggest stink eye. And then resumed grooming. Because that's, you know, that's what cats do. Why is the wind blowing in two different directions? That's not how wind works. What? Okay, cool, I guess. Yeah. Chat, are we looking forward to not Mass Effect? Another of the Supermassive games? Another of Supermassive games, I guess, is technically an accurate statement. Question, even though it is really awkward. Oh, that's not good. We've got a hitchhiker. May have missed out on some experience here. Hang on. Fixed it. No free rides. Absolutely not. I wonder if I had kept driving around, if it would eventually have died. Cash, grass, or ass. Organs. I have never heard that before, and dear God, I hope I never hear it again. Alright, yeah, they're wonderful 5 frames. Now they don't. So the Brood War is a biotic, which is cool. It's StarCraft Brood Warrior. That's not a StarCraft game, don't worry about it. Trashy like that? That's fair, Guns. That's fair. I'm not judging. It's not to my taste, as a saying, but it's cool. I will admit, I found it slightly amusing. So there's a game coming out, I think later this month, by some ex-Blizzard devs, and it kind of seems like a TTRPG, but with a Jackbox approach to party management, and that only one person needs the game. The other up to three people can join via invite code on their mobile phone. Yeah, it's Sunder Song, I think it's called. The Stan satellite had one of Dylan Naga's writing stored its payload. Whether it was placed before or after it crashed is uncertain. The Rachni song is apparently here, but I can't hear anything like that over the screaming metal, so... But I thought it may have potential for collab streams with people that I like and get on with. Sweet. Level 28 of 30. I do like that we're now entering an era of couch co-op. Kind of TTRPG inspired games. I guess the choose your own adventures with tactical combat, let's say. Right, where's the way in? Also, the Mako is a little on fire. I'm sure that's fine. Oh, well, that bodes well. And that's why I didn't grab the Medigel from the aid station, because I may need it after I'm done clearing out this base. But also games that have invite codes are good for community events. Okay, I think we're all good. And I saw a box over there somewhere. Okay. I was double checking I had high X rounds 10 already. So I may not level up again for the rest of the game. So let's go with Warp and Singularity. And then if I do level up again, then obviously I can add another 2 points to those, so that brings them parallel with Lift. Rex, 2 points in Warp. Tally, 2 points in Damping. Is this email important, or is it just an email? Twas just an email, chat. Also, before I wrap the stream up, I will try to remember to read the codex entries. I think not. Oh, that's a toasty body. I need to check mods and things after I'm done here. That's decent shot dispersal. There we go, that's the word I was looking for.
According to this, they received a supply ship just 2 days ago. The Rachni must have attacked since then.
Tell me about that supply ship. This planet is supposed to be uninhabited. The Rachni didn't come from nowhere.
One moment. These things are drones, dispatched at irregular intervals from different depots to reduce the likelihood of tracking. I have it. This one came from Argos Row.
Wherever it is, there's probably more Rachni there. Let's get to the bottom of this.
Right.
Probably. The Rachni infestation on Altahi seems to be the result of a supply drop from Argos Row. The logs downloaded from the freighter should allow you to backtrack the ship's course to its origin. But chat, unless I miss my guess, this and Rex's family armor are the last 2 assignments in the game. Well, technically, obviously, I've just done this one, but the Gorgon system has a thing as well. Where'd the aid station go? So Gorgon is for this assignment. I think Rex's things on Metgos in Hydra. Could be wrong. No, I've already landed on Hydra on Metgos, I think. No, maybe not. We'll see. Back to the Normandy, however. Right, Argos Row. Phoenix, Gorgon, Hydra. I did not press the wrong button that time, chat. I learned. Character growth, what is this? Start at Gorgon because it's the furthest from the relay. No other reason. Okay, so it's the relay I can land on. Orbiting at an unbelievable distance of 710 astronomical units, over 66 billion kilometers from Gorgon, Slakon is a huge gas giant with an atmosphere tainted by methane and chlorine. Orbital period 4,483.1 Earth years, radius 77,115 kilometers, and the day length is the same as the orbital period. So again, I'm not sure if that's really what it should say, or if they just balked the data, the data field. Wo is a terrestrial planet only known from scan data picked up by unmanned probes. Though over 76 AU from the blue giant Gorgon, temperatures in Wo's orbit are still dangerously high. Only ships with very powerful heat radiating systems can venture that deep into the system. Fortunately, Wo is not a terribly interesting world. It has a thin atmosphere of nitrogen and methane, and the scorching surface is mainly composed of alumina with deposits of platinum. The world is tidally locked to O, leaving the sunward side scorched and leaving the sunward side a scorched and irradiated wasteland, and the dark side a frigid and ice-crusted. Okay, they put the A in the wrong place there. It should be in the... Anyway, orbital period 158.0 Earth years, radius 69,059 kilometers, 606,959 kilometers, sorry. Day length 158 Earth years, atmospheric pressure 0.44 Earth atmospheres, surface temperature 1,157 Celsius, surface gravity 0.66 G. Cameron is a terrestrial world with a thin atmosphere of carbon dioxide and argon. The surface is scorching hot and mainly composed of iron with deposits of nickel. Like Woe, Cameron is tide-locked to the blue giant, forever looking into the face of the Gorgon. Orbital period 664.8 Earth years, radius 5,198 kilometers, day length 664.8 Earth years, again. Atmospheric pressure 0.23 Earth atmospheres, surface temperature 747 Celsius, surface gravity 0.55 G. A standard hydrogen-helium gas giant, the methane in Charles atmosphere gives it an azure hue. The Asari crew who initially surveyed the system during Earth's 17th century named Charles after a then popular soprano. The singer is renowned for her unusual skin tone, which was quite similar to that of the planet. Orbital period 1,711 Earth years, radius 43,342 kilometers, day length 1,711 Earth years. Also, it's finally taken my brain time to figure out that when we were talking about making Caden bi for romance purposes earlier in the stream, I could just have said, so that you could have two male presenting romances with male Shep. There we go. That's all I needed to say. I was overthinking the problem. Vectra is a typical hydrogen-helium gas giant with traces of methane and sodium in its atmosphere. The heat of the star Gorgon is slowly blasting away the gas giant's massive atmosphere, which is visible as a long, dim tail that trails behind the planet. Orbital period 234.7 Earth years, radius 69,833 kilometers. And day length, once again, identical to its orbital period. Unidentified space facility. This space station appears to have been assembled from used off-the-shelf civilian ship modules of diverse origins. There are no obvious hull markings, and it is not broadcasting any ID signal. It does, however, look like a Kowloon-class modular cruiser. Just saying. There are red dots, chat. There are things to kill, which means experience. Nobody wants to see that much of my mouth, I apologise. Go left for once. They're trying to imply the planets are tidally locked? Maybe. But then why include orbital data at all? You know, not orbital data. Length of day data. Red Dancer's got chicken pox. Oh no! It's alright. I've had chicken pox. I know you can lose your immunity, but as far as I know, I haven't. I don't know, as there is no day. Exactly, like, weird. But maybe that's why it's there. But they don't always have all of the data present, so they could just have omitted that field. I might have to look it up, see if it's a... Okay, so I still get the experience when they explode, of their own volition. So that's good. I was concerned I wasn't getting the experience from them. Not that I could do anything about it, obviously, but it's nice that it gives me the rewards for killing them, even when they kill themselves. Ooh. I do need to check my amp. I know I've picked up a couple of level 10 amps recently that may be better than one I'm currently using. Let's do that now while I'm thinking about it. Biotocamp. Okay, that's worse. That's worse. Worse. And worse. Never mind. Let's check there's no upgrades or anything. Oh. That's why you always check. Grab the aid station on the way out. That's the objective. I don't know how much time I could have saved by overriding these. Hell yeah. I don't think I'll be doing a review for this, by the way, like I do with a lot of the other games I play on the channel. Mostly because, one, I've played it before on stream, but two, I've never been shy about my love of the series. So it's not like I'm giving my first impressions of a game.
Personal data recorder for Major Elena Flores.
Play the first entry.
Sigma 23 is almost fully operational. The barracks and storage lockers are complete, and we've begun stocking the munitions. It's highly unlikely the Alliance will patrol in the nebula. I expect our only risk will be from pirates, and who'll believe them? Looks like we'll have space for 2 reinforced platoons of Cerberus commandos.
Cerberus? I've about had it with those guys.
Fair, Rex. Very fair.
Play the second entry.
The package arrived today for field testing. I'm told they're fundamentally similar to the units being developed on Noveria. They promise this batch will be stable. Something about them developing in proximity to the master control unit. We detected some pirates setting up an anchorage in a neighboring system. I think we'll try deploying them there first.
Play the last entry.
They've escaped containment. Clever bastards. We treated them like animals. We should have treated them like POWs. They're spreading. Boarding the supply ships and sending them to random destinations. They'll be all over the cluster in a week. General, if you recover this message, my advice is, screw the Rachni. They're too smart. Use one of the other projects. Flores, signing off. For the final time.
This is a familiar story. A failed experiment with the Rachni. Nice to see humans are consistently stupid.
Thanks, Rex. Big fan. Big fan.
Let's go.
The escaped Rachni definitely came from the station, though the motives behind this Cerberus group are vague. To prevent further contamination on the station's scuttle charges and evacuate the Normandy. I'm assuming that's in the cockpit. Nope. Is it back where I was? Oh, it's the obvious bomb. I should have saved. Oh well. How did I miss so many loot crates? It's not like I need the loot. Zach, welcome to my teeny tiny corner of Twitch. Hopefully you enjoy however long you spend here. Easy, chat. Easy. Plenty of time. I'm not going to dick around because I will stay too late. Would you love it here? Oh, thanks, Guns. You can stay. Your check's in the mail. It's taking a while, and obviously you'll have to sort out conversion fees yourself, but it's coming. Disclaimer, there may or may not be a check in the mail for Guns. Why am I doing that? Why was I moving? I don't know. Anyway. So that was that. To Phoenix. As we paid shilling. No, we don't use shillings anymore, Guns. I know you're in British Commonwealth, but we still don't use the shilling. Side note, Angel and I were when we were on holiday in the lakes, we went into I think it was an Oxfam charity shop. And they were genuinely selling pre-decimalization coins. I did kind of want to get one, but I was having a bad day mentally and I didn't want to talk to the person. You know, I didn't want to ask for one because I'd forgotten my wallet. It was in the place we were staying. So I didn't get one, and I'm kicking myself for not doing so. This is Phoenix. Where can I land in Phoenix? Tuntown. Cool. So what's in Hydra then? Ah, yes, of course. Okay, Phoenix has a couple of things in it. One of which... Yeah, so if you have the Pinnacle Station DLC, it's over here. But that DLC isn't in the Legendary Edition because the codebase was corrupted at some point between its release and now, the release of the Legendary Edition. Thankfully, it's not great anyway, it's just Horde mode. Solo Horde mode at that. You know that? Cool. Just not everyone does, so it was just in case you didn't, kind of thing. This asteroid is emitting a weak intermittent signal at a frequency of 1,540 megahertz. During a scan of the Prothean system asteroid field, you detected an odd energy reading that Tali determined was Quarian in nature. She led a recon team into the asteroid field where she discovered an abandoned freighter. The team could not determine why the ship was there, but they did find a Prothean data disk on board. Let's go trivia. I mean, chat, if you want to see it, pretty sure I streamed it when I streamed the classic version of this during COVID. Pretty sure I had Pinnacle on my at that point. So it's presumably on my channel on YouTube if you do want to see it, but you're not, as I say, you're not missing out on much. Silsalto is a standard hydrogen-helium gas giant and has no remarkable features. Orbital period 36.0 Earth years, radius 56,621 kilometers, day length 13.6 Earth hours. So it went to the same place that the original code for Silent Hill 2 went. Vebinok is a small terrestrial world with a thin atmosphere of krypton and xenon. Its frozen surface is mainly composed of carbonaceous material, water ice, and low-density silicates. Rare but concentrated loads of light metals have been deposited by asteroid impacts. One hemisphere of Vebinok is covered by surface deposits of oxidized copper. Approximately 270 years ago, a Turian bulk gas transport was attacked by pirates in the Phoenix system. Damaged, it made a rough landing on Vebinok. The heat of the landing melted significant quantities of surface ice and ruptured shipping containers, spilling locks across the surface. Before this evaporated and escaped Vebinok's weak gravity, it reacted to cause the widespread rust. Orbital period 94.5 Earth years, radius 3,379 kilometers, day length 68.3 Earth hours, atmospheric pressure 0.27 Earth atmospheres, surface temperature negative 154 Celsius, surface gravity 0.28 G. And we got some cobalt. Hey, chat, does anyone remember the game Cobalt from Mojang? Oh, yeah, there should also be a planet out here that the DLC adds. Can't say that you do. It was this weird side-scrolling action game. Had a really funky art style. No one bought it. I mean, I did, but it didn't sell well. Pretty sure it was Mojang anyway. I'm getting no's on both Twitch and Moonbeam. Maybe I'm hallucinating this game. Cobalt video game. Developed by Oxide, published by Mojang. I apologise. In 2016. But yeah, the robot is called Cobalt, hence the name. Oh, it's the Alpha. I was thinking of. It's like, it came out before 2016. Received mixed or average reviews. Got a spin-off, so that's cool. Maybe I'll play it on stream at some point and be like, hey, here's this random game no one's heard of. Patashi is a sun-blasted terrestrial world whose atmosphere was blasted away millennia ago by the star Phoenix. There's a lot of blasting in that opening sentence. The surface is scorching hot and mainly composed of iron with deposits of tin. Due to its relatively low density, Patashi is tidally locked to Phoenix. Seas of molten-like metals cover much of the sunward side. Orbital period 0.3 Earth years, radius 7,082 kilometers, day length 0.3 Earth years. Again, it doesn't mention being tidally locked. Oh, it does mention being tidally locked. So yeah, maybe they're using the day length field there to tell us that the day length is included there for tidally locked planets where it's the same. But again, there's no day on a tidally locked planet. Atmospheric pressure 0 Earth atmosphere, surface temperatures 546 Celsius, surface gravity 0.75 G, and we got some samarium. Tuntao's where we land, and that's everything. Tuntao is an enormous, low-density terrestrial planet with a thick atmosphere of methane and helium. Despite being nearly 20 AU from Phoenix, the star's great heat and the insulating thickness of the atmosphere make the surface surprisingly temperate. The crust is mainly composed of sodium and silicon dioxide with deposits of various light metals. While Tuntao is not habitable, the relative pleasantness of the surface conditions make it a popular location for small ships travelling through the Argos Road cluster to land for drive discharge. Orbital period 63.8 Earth years, radius 11,087 kilometers, day length 69.7 Earth hours, atmospheric pressure 3.12 Earth atmospheres, surface temperature 21 Celsius, surface gravity 1.1 G. Well, that blasting is high. No Team Rocket was here? Absolutely it is. Except instead of blasting off, they're blasting onto. Wow, this is a very small map. Cool. So that's where Rex's armor is. But we're not going there just yet. Away! My noble steed, named after a shark. Or a Yu-Gi-Oh! Duelist. Pick one. Pretty sure I've already made the Mako Tsunami joke. I apologise, I'm retreading old material, but we're nearly 40 hours in. I think I'm allowed to. I checked on how long to beat, by the way, folks, for Blood Omen 2, and it is longer than the time I will have left between the end of House of Ashes and my anniversary streams. So I'll start my anniversary streaming early, so that I don't have to take a break in the middle of Blood Omen 2. There is a game that, if it ends up on sale to a point where I can afford it, which is highly unlikely, I will admit, that I will be throwing onto the schedule at some point. I think it's here? Oh no, it's not. But I'm not going to, I'm not going to say what it is or anything until I know for sure that I've got it, because I didn't see the point. It's one of those where I'd be doing it.
You need to turn back, Commander. You're going beyond the range of the operational area.
Shut up, Joker. The devs put this out here. I'm going to do it. Grab it. I'd be doing it to try and attract an audience to the channel, but it is about 30 hours long, I think. Maybe a bit more. Whee!
You need to turn back.
Joker, I'm in the operational area.
Commander, you're going beyond the range of the operational area.
Hopefully I haven't banjaxed it by doing that. So we'll have to find out. Okay, so it's a relatively small planet with little to do on it, but there's a lot of gaps between the things to do on it. There's a pass around here somewhere. Might be that. Yes. Oops. I done goofed. There it is. I can see it. So a lot of the, I've been thinking about this as I've been playing it, but a lot of the changes they made, obviously, for a lot of the changes they made for the Legendary Edition, obviously I'm appreciating, like the increased inventory, and I don't have to get out of the Mako to kill things anymore. But most particularly the one where I now command the party members separately with left and right on the D-pad, more in line with 2 and 3. It doesn't really matter on this difficulty. I imagine if I was playing on Insanity, I think it's called, it would, having that more granular control would be more important. But as so far I've only used that to tell my party members to leave a room so they didn't kill anyone that I didn't want them to kill, I haven't really used it at all. Oh, sorry, I think I may have also told Tally to get behind a crate with it because she was standing in the middle of nowhere getting shot, but you take my point. Hopefully, at the very least. Oh, look at that. Okay, well, the slight tweak I made appears to have fixed the vast majority of the stuttering, so I'm probably just going to leave it as is. Going up. Oh, it'll be that over there. God damn it, I got distracted by the pyramid. Curse you, D4! Also, I like how it looks like a really cool staircase, but it's just a 2D texture. Hi, tiny cat. That's you in the perspex on the side of my tower you're angry at. You found one of Matriarch Dylanaga's writings on this body. It's possible the writings came from the nearby ruins. Hey, that's my... Ow! Ow! That's my shin you're making biscuits on? Please don't. Do you want to come up? Where are you? Okay, I don't know where you are. So while I make my long journey back over to the side quest on the planet, why not visit my store and buy some merch? Hell yeah, for people who weren't aware. YouTube, I apologize. It's going to be like this all month, but I want to make a go of it. It'll be the same next year, except it will say 2026 on the sleeve of the t-shirt and on the stickers. But the design will remain the same because I wanted to limit the FOMO. Welcome back, Ari. We're going to get rid of the merch now. If you do happen to buy the anniversary merch, or any merch at all, my social media handles are in the YouTube video description. I'm more than happy to be tagged in any pictures you care to share. Harry's back, put the merch away before she puts him in jail. Bubs, probably. Bubs, definitely. Whee! Thursday's stream, I should have mentioned this earlier. Thursday's stream should be happening, but Angel does get back late on Wednesday, so I'm going to play it by ear and see how she's feeling before making a decision either way. Okay, but I have a turret. What have you got? Body armor? I think the turret wins. Just saying. Isn't that a D5? Maybe. I bought some Blood Bowl dice the other day.
This is the place.
Comes with a D16.
My armor's here somewhere.
It's very exciting having a D16. Haven't heard anything. I haven't made any puns today, actually, Ari. Been very well behaved. Yeet.
Someone give me a hand!
Trying to get out from where the sniper can see me. How long am I going to stream today? So I've got this planet to do. Bullying this Turian, I apologise. I have this planet to do. I have one more, I believe, in this sector. And then... I didn't actually want to do barrier, I wanted shield boost. I'll start Vermeer, I guess. I'll get onto Vermeer and then maybe wrap up. With Angel not being here, I can stream as long as I want, so I'll check how I'm feeling when I get to Vermeer, because I can always stop at the... There's like a halfway point on Vermeer where you can logically take a break. There we go. Hey, Tally, could you, Okay, they've... Oh, never mind. He's dead. Oh, also the cat's getting fractious, which is always a time limit on these things. Her latest game at the minute. I don't know if you can see the light is flickering on my face. She is currently behind the curtain, and then she pushes it onto my computer desk, kind of nests in it, and then just savages it. So, you know, I have the cat timer running as well. Taking all of his money.
This is it. I can't believe my ancestors ever wore this piece of crap, but at least I've got it back.
Whatever.
I'm glad we could help you get it back.
I might just be starting to like you, Shepard.
Frankly, that's a terrible idea, Rex. Rex touches his grandfather's armor, his expression thoughtful, perhaps? Krogan are hard to read. Then he shakes off his bemusement and grips his gun with renewed purpose. Time to move on. Rex is such a teenager. Does it actually give you armor? No, it doesn't. Imagine if it gave you armor. You know what, extend the cat timer another cat? You know, Flux, you know, I don't think it would. I don't think it would extend the cat timer at all. In fact, I think it might shorten it. Although she was getting so hopped up on adrenaline last night that, like, she reached the stage where she couldn't calm herself down with the zoomies. She did not resist at all when I burritoed her in a blanket. She was like, yes, I need this, Papa. We use Papa for me, just because parent is a bit weird to say when it's mama and parent. Just like, yes, I need this. Please give me peace. She didn't even struggle to get out. She just very calmly extricated herself after about 30 seconds and was fine. Which was nice for me, because it was like 11 o'clock at night and I wanted to get ready for bed. Sometimes cats just need someone to soft reset them. Yup. Especially when she's a kitten still. It's a long-standing issue with the software. Well, to be fair, she also gets the dog updates. She wags, she likes belly rubs. Are you good? It was the curtain moving off of your tail. That's all it was, you absolute dingbat. Oh. It's nice to see her being curious again. Because she went through a period after our holiday where she wasn't, because she was, you know, a little separation anxiety. Rex, are you okay? Are you stimming? I respect that. That's how I stim sometimes. Rex is just happy we got the armor back. Right, I'm pretty sure I've done this assignment. So before I actually start reading things, UNC distress call. Yes. Turns out, I have. Brain's like, but what if you haven't? What if you're misremembering? I'll just land on Metgos. I can find it. And I'll check the map. Because obviously if it's got everything marked off with X's, I've been here before. Speaking of cats, by the way, if you are on Moonbeam, there is a channel in Just Chatting, I think it is. Sorry, the Chatting Core, Chatter Core, that is... Yes, yeah, I've already got these. 24/7 Kitten Cam. Why is this not marked off on the map? And they are adorable kittens. That's weird. Interesting. Clearly I've done everything on this planet, it just forgot that I had? Okay. Right, so... what I will actually do is sell all of the stuff in my inventory to the quartermaster. Leave a voicemail with your doctors? Oof. Feels bad. My doctors doesn't even offer that as an option. You just have to wait in the queue or hope to God that it's, you know, they can answer your call. Completely blanked on your phone number for a second. Ah, been there, done that. Sure, why not? You know what? As I did this relatively recently, I'm pretty sure I'm not going to have anything to give them. I say immediately having something to give Pally. Hello? I forgot to check armors. God damn it. Assault rifle. Okay, Tali, I do have Taurian armor. Is it better than what you're wearing? It is! It doesn't look great, but it's better. Garrus. It literally doesn't matter. I'm not taking him on any excursions. That was weird. I thought I'd told it to swap. Clearly it didn't. Why do you have no mods? Interesting. Oh, I could stick high explosive on everything I own. Yes. Not what I wanted to do. Do that. And sure, it doesn't matter. Okay, that's worse. Oh, I need to check Garrus's armor as well. Garrus's locker. It's worse. Okay, cool. So, that's all done. That's fine. High X10, please and thank you. Frictionless materials 10. Combat optics 10. High X10. Do I have another scram rail? I do! Look at that, chat. I can make my damage output even higher, because that's what I need right now. IX-10 on the pistol. Which one is this? Scram rail 7. Scram rail 9. Why not? High X rounds on the sniper rifle. Kinetic coil. Sure. Also replaying Andromeda, and I know a streamer who is going to try it out who only played the game at launch. That's fair. Yeah, I played a bit of Andromeda. I liked it. I keep meaning to go back to it, you know, but there's just so much other stuff to play. Like Veilguard. But I would definitely be interested in, you know, I imagine it is quite different now to how it was at launch. I know they went through a whole round of patches. Please bear with me, chat, while I manually do all of this. Are you enjoying your replay of Andromeda? Right. That's my inventory cleared out shortly.
Looking for supplies?
You are?
Let's see
Hell
what
yeah.
you got.
You bet, Commander.
Any favorite builds? When I played it, I was super generic combat build because I had no idea how the game worked at that point. I didn't get terribly far in it before I got distracted by other games. But it does. I really do want to go back to it. Sell. Oh right, I need to upgrade my armor. Sell that. Don't need those anymore. I know technically I need to upgrade my companion's armor and stuff, but it's not proving an issue right now. All the grenade upgrades I can get rid of. You know, I'll just sell everything else. Do you have anything?
Looking for supplies?
Do you have a
see what
single
you got.
thing I would like to buy? Yes, actually you do. I think that was it though, chat. I think that was maybe it. Hey Tali, do you like armor? Okay, that looks really freaking badass. I'm not unhappy with that purchase, chat.
Looking for supplies?
Let's see what
you bet, Commander.
Sell. That. Did the upgrades transfer? I didn't see the prompt pop up. No, clearly did. Cool. Anyway, so to Vermeer. Thanks for running into that wall, Shepard. Big fan. Well, not to Vermeer, but to the system Vermeer's in. Tyler doesn't like armor, she would much prefer to be out of the armor. You know what? Fair. Understandable being locked in an environment suit for, you know, your entire life while you're outside of the Quarren Flotilla. Migrant Fleet, that's the word. That's what I was looking for. So there's only one system in Centauri Omega, and Vermeer is the only planet you can land on. Jar 4 is a close-orbiting hot Jupiter hydrogen-helium gas giant with clouds of airborne silicate and deeper layers of sodium. In composition, it is extraordinarily similar to 51 Pegasi's planet Bellerophon. That's the guy who killed Chimera in Greek myth, one of the first extrasolar planets discovered by humanity in the late 20th century. Despite its great size, Jar 4 is actually rather low mass. The incredible heat of the star Hock has caused its atmosphere to expand. In fact, Jar 4 is so low mass, it is tidally locked to Hock. The temperature difference between the somewhat hot pole and the dark side cold pole creates constant hurricane force winds. Orbital period 1.3 Earth years, radius 63,169 kilometers, and day length 1.3 Earth years. So yes, there you go. Confirmation that they match day length to orbital period for tidally locked planets. Thank you for pointing that out, Flux. That was driving me crazy. And apparently even when you are with the migrant fleet. Sometimes, yeah. Namata is a terrestrial planet with a thick, hazy atmosphere of ammonia, methane, and a cocktail of other hydrocarbon gases. The surface is scorching hot and mainly composed of nickel with deposits of iron. With a density 1.4 times that of Earth, it is obvious that Namata is rich with heavier elements. Mining could be extremely profitable, though the lethal heat and high gravity would make initial development costly. Given the political instability of the nearby terminus systems, investment is unlikely. There's no instability in the terminus systems. There is one rule. Do not fuck with Aria. I remember my lessons. Orbital period 3.5 Earth years, radius 7,318 kilometers, day length 70.4 Earth hours, atmospheric pressure 1.6 Earth atmospheres, surface temperature 168 Celsius, surface gravity 1.4 G. Chloroplon is a relatively small hydrogen-helium gas giant with a haze of methane in the upper atmosphere. Orbital period 47.8 Earth years, radius 32,191 kilometers, day length 13.4 Earth hours. Priscilla is a terrestrial world so small it cannot retain even a trace atmosphere. The surface is frozen and composed of magnesium silicates with carbonaceous deposits. In the recent past, a pirate band from the terminus systems carved a message into the surface using ship-based laser weapons. In 100-meter wide Batarian syllabic, the message proclaims the military prowess and virility of one Captain Zaish. A smaller postscript alludes to the questionable parentage of all humans. That's some really accurate weapons fire. Is that a self-sensor or a moderation sensor? Yes, self-sensor. They might have something to say about that if they cared. If they cared. That's the key there. Oops, that was the wrong thing. There we go. Orbital period, 108.7 Earth years. Radius. Oh, so that's powerful laser stuff if it hasn't attenuated by that point, surely. Anyway, radius 2,075 kilometers, day length 24.9 Earth hours, atmospheric pressure 0.00 Earth atmospheres, surface temperature negative 158 Celsius, surface gravity 0.1 G. So I'm not going to land on Vermeer because I'm looking at the time and I'm getting kind of hungry and it's almost the cat's dinner time. And it will take a little bit of time to get to the logical end, stopping point on Vermeer, so I'm probably going to stop here. So if you are not following the channel on Twitch, please consider following the channel on Twitch. Obviously it helps me out. If you are on Moonbeam, follow me on Moonbeam, that'd be cool. But more importantly, if you could join Bubble Sanctuary, if you want to join Bubble Sanctuary, I'm trying to create a chill, inclusive platform for marginalized creators. The link for it will be in the video description on YouTube. If you're watching this on Moonbeam or Twitch and you didn't know, I have a YouTube channel. Like 99.9% of my content ends up on YouTube for archival and secondary audience purposes. I like to think it's a chill community over there. If you're watching this on YouTube, sound off if you're a chill person. Also, if you're watching this on YouTube, like, subscribe, all of that good stuff. Follow the relevant links in my channel description. And one final time for this stream, if you've got some spare cash to burn, I have anniversary merch on sale this month because it's my anniversary month. And that seems like the perfect time to sell anniversary themed merch, if you ask me. T-shirt, holographic sticker, and normal sticker. And they'll be exactly the final time this stream, Harry. They'll be exactly the same next year, except it'll be 2026 on the stickers, and on the sleeve of the t-shirt, it's got the sticker design, so it'll say 2026 on the t-shirt sleeve. The t-shirt, by the way, simply reads "Staying safe, healthy, and wholesome since 2019," because that's when I got my affiliate on Twitch, and I was like, people actually want this content, so I'll try and make a safe, inclusive space for them. That's the shill. But for today, at the very least, on stream. Anyway, but that's really it. I've gone through my usuals, so I'm just gonna do a callback to something that just fell out of my sign off for no reason that I can really ascertain. But pet your pets, tell them they're good pets, and please do stay safe, stay healthy, stay wholesome. Much love to you all. Goodbye, YouTube.